Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am KJ and flying around me is Captain Y2A, and today we have come up with a video where we rate Hermitcraft starter bases. And this video is specifically for those who watch Hermitcraft and are fans of it. And of course, this is our personal opinion. You can have a different opinion as well. That's completely alright. And if you want, you can share that in the comment section. As you can see in front of me, there is tier list from S block or S tier to F tier, and in front of me we have droppers and shulker boxes. Now the names are already in the droppers, so let's see who's our first man. And of course it's our mustache friend Mumbo Jumbo. Now it's a very good build, but it's very small and very less detailed compared to the other builds we have in this video, so I think I'll put this in C tier. But Mumbo Jumbo has another starter base named Frieza. This was made by Grian and Palestine Moon, and this is absolutely amazing. Like, organic builds are already pretty tough, and making a monster that looks so good that you love it is a totally different thing. So I'll put this in the S tier. And for me, from season 8, it's one of the favorite builds. Let's see who we have from the Big Eyes crew, and it's Keralis, Papa K. Now his base looks absolutely amazing with that theme he's been going on with, and also the interior is also very nice, plus the custom trees work like a charm, so I'll put it in A tier. Let's see who we have here, and it's Dokam77. So his starter base is Ren's RV, and I think I'll put it in C tier because Ren has been using it from the past and it's nothing new, plus Mumbo also has an RV, so it makes sense if that goes there. Now from the solos we have Zedaph, and he's been directly working on his main base, and he's not the greatest builder of Hermitcraft, so sorry my friend, you have to go in F tier because you don't have a starter base. Now going back to the bottom, we have Palestine Moon. Now her base, it's an upside down board because of course she's an Australian, and I don't know why the sails are up and the rotator, whatever that's called, is also up. Makes no sense, but works like a charm, and that base looks absolutely amazing, so A tier it is. Now going towards the second member of the Big Eyes crew, it's Tango, and his base is also a shop, so I'll deduct some points for that, and we are doing starter base, so that's why I deduct. Anyways, looks very good in my opinion though. Combination of deep slate, stone bricks, calcite and dark oak looks fabulous, and it's one of the better builds of the Hermitcraft server, but it's not better than Keralis or the ones above it, so I think it will go in B tier. Now towards the duos we go, it's xBCrafted, and I think it still looks pretty good, but it's not something very fancy as the other builds, so I'm gonna have to put it in D tier. Time for some solos, and it's iJevin, and his base, I mean, it looks good. The shape of the circle is nice and the slime is nice, but it's not that good. I mean, doesn't stand out very well in my opinion, so I think C tier it is with Mumbo Jumbo and Dokam77. Again, heading back to the bottom, it's ImpulseSV, and I think his base looks very good. It has very much details in it and very different types of blocks. Variety, it's a diverse build I should say, but it's small, so I think it will go in B tier, which is still very good. And it's time for Bdubs, and his base, as you can see, it's absolute beauty because first of all the shape is very difficult to make, and then the detailing and making a house inside of it, like you can say he nailed it, absolutely nailed it, so I think he'll go in obviously S tier. Now we have Evil X, and this tower looks absolutely great in my opinion, and the orb on the top of it gives it very dangerous kind of vibes, and I think that's enough to make it to the S tier. Now again on the solos we have Stress Monster. Now her starter house in season 8 is inside a ravine, so that means most of the terraining was done, and it's not very detailed, so I think I'll put it in tier C. Going back to the bottom, we have Goodtimeswithscar. Now do I even have to say anything? Like, his idea of starter base, which I can't even build in mega base, is 4 wagons obviously that are completely detailed and different from each other with the same theme. Like, he's gone crazy with this one. I think I will have to make another tier above S tier to put his starter base because it is so good, so good. I can't say anything about it. As we have seen all of the big ice crew, let's go directly into duos, and it's Rendog, and he shares his starter base with Doc Imp, so he'll also go in C tier. Now the other half will be done by Whiteway.
Hello everyone, Captain Vito here, and moving on with our Hermit's tier list. Let's see who we get from the bottom crew. And it's the G-Man. So Grian starter house is a pretty good build. It is extremely detailed as well, so I think it sits in tier A. So next up we've got from the duos list, so let's see who it is. And we've got Zombie Cleo. So as all the hermits who don't have a starter base, Zombie Cleo goes in tier F. Okay, let's move on to the next hermit from the solos list, and we have got Tinfoil Chef. So TFC has a similar case. He has no starter base, so he goes in tier F. Again from the duos list, we have got Hypno. Now Hypno has a really cute starter base, but comparing it to some other bases on the server, I think it goes in tier D. Moving on, we have Gemini Tay. Now Gem, being one of the best builders on the server, of course has one of the best starter bases as well, so I think it goes in tier S. Next up we have the Mole Man. Now Cub had an underground storage system for his starter base this season, so I think it goes in tier D. Let's see, there aren't any hermits in tier E yet. Okay, so next up we have
Etho smells like beef and will fart.
So Etho again didn't have a starter base this season, so he goes in tier F. Tier F is growing the fastest. Anyways, let's see who we have next. So we've got False. Now False also had a pretty good starter base this season, so let's see if it goes in tier A or B. I think tier B. Okay, tier B it is. And we have got Joe. Now we were not able to find any pictures of Joe's starter base, so we'll assume that he does not have a starter base, and so he goes in tier F. Okay, time to clear my hotbar. And now let's move on to the next hermit, shall we? And we have got Welskinght. Now Wels hasn't done the interior or the terraforming around his starter base at the time of making this video, so it goes in tier D. And next we have Iskal Man. Now Iskal also goes in tier F because of course no starter base this season. Anyways, we have got Vintage Beef. Now Beef had a little hidey hole as a starter base this season, so I think this base is perfect for tier E. And now we have got Exuma Void. Now Exuma had my favorite starter base this season, so of course it goes in tier S. And moving on to the next hermit. Oh, there are no solo hermits left, no duo hermits left. So I think that's the end of this tier list. So let's take a closer look at it from the top. In the diamond tier, we have got Mr. Goodtimeswithscar. Then we've got Frieza, Bdubs, Gem, Evilx, and Exuma in tier S. We've got Keralis, Pearl, Grian in tier A. We've got False, Impulse, and Tango in B. Mumbo, iJevin, Stress, and Ren in tier C. Welskinght, Cub, Hypno, and XB in tier D. Vintage Beef in tier E. Zedaph, Cleo, TFC, Etho, Joe, and Iskal with no starter base, and so in tier F. And with that, I should say that's the end of this video. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this tier list. We plan to do more such videos in the future, so make sure you subscribe, and until then, I shall see you guys another time.